G'day kids and grown-ups. If you are loving watching and learning with Aussie, it would be amazing if you could please do me a really big favour and just tell anybody else that you think might enjoy it too. In the meantime, enjoy this brand new episode, and as always, stay keen.
Aussie, 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 oi! Aussie is a friend of yours and he's a friend of mine.
G'day Aussie. G'day Aussie. G'day Aussie. G'day Aussie. G'day Aussie.
G'day kids, Aussie here. Now today, we're going to learn all about the FIFA Women's World Cup. Now just like the Men's World Cup, this competition is held every 4 years, which makes it a fairly rare event and definitely the biggest and most wanted trophy in women's football or women's soccer. Which leads me to my first question. Is the sport called football or is it called soccer? Well, it actually depends on where you live. Both refer to the same game, so neither is wrong. It's actually up to you. You can call it whatever you want. Football is the more commonly used word all around the world. However, soccer is mostly used in the United States, Canada, and here where I live, in Australia. So, back to the Women's World Cup. The first official Women's World Cup took place in 1991 in China. 12 teams competed for the trophy and the United States of America won the final 2-1 against Norway. Since then, the United States have won 4 of the first 8 titles and are the most successful women's team to date. Germany have won 2, and Norway and Japan have both won 1 each. The Women's World Cup is usually held in different countries, but China and the United States have both hosted the tournament twice, while Sweden, Germany, Canada and France have all hosted once. The 2019 Cup was held in France, where the United States took the honours again, this time winning 2-0 against the Netherlands. Since the first tournament in 1991, with 12 teams competing, more and more teams have taken part. In 1999, 16 teams competed, and in 2015, there were 24 teams. Now, there are 32 teams who will compete in 2023, making this year the biggest Women's World Cup ever. And this year is a little more special for Aussie because my home country, Australia, will co-host with our neighbouring country, New Zealand. Now I can't even tell you how excited I am to have the final game of this amazing competition being played right here in my home city of Sydney. How lucky are we? Now here's a fun fact. 2023 will be the first time the Women's World Cup has ever been played in the Southern Hemisphere. It's crazy, hey? The tournament kicks off on July 20 and the final will be played on August 20 at Sydney's Stadium Australia. 9 different cities will host games. Auckland, Dunedin, Hamilton and Wellington, all in New Zealand. And in Australia, Adelaide, Brisbane, Melbourne, Perth, and of course, my city, Sydney. The 32 competing teams have been divided into 8 groups of 4. Here are all the teams that will be competing in the 2023 Women's World Cup. Can you see your country there? I can see lots of my favourite countries there. Australia, of course, our neighbours, New Zealand, Vietnam, Italy, Japan, Spain, Brazil, France, Nigeria, USA, so many amazing countries. I can't wait to watch them all play. Now all these teams in each group will first play each other in a round robin. The top 2 teams from each group will advance to the knockout stage. In total, 64 games will be played, so there's plenty of football to watch. And the winner will get to take home this trophy. It's very nice, isn't it? Other trophies that are awarded during the tournament are the Golden Glove to the best goalkeeper, the Golden Boot, which is given to the highest goal scorer. The Golden Ball is awarded to the most outstanding player of the tournament. And my favourite award is the Fair Play Award, which is given to the team that has the best fair play record, the least yellow and red cards and the least penalties. Now the mascot for the 2023 games is Tazuni. She's a football-loving penguin from the Tasman Sea, the body of water between Australia and New Zealand. How cute is she? Tazuni is a 15-year-old midfielder who fell in love with football after playing the game on the beach one day. She is set to welcome teams from all around the world and show off her silky skills too. Okay, time for some more fun facts. The United States has the highest score in a World Cup game. In 2019, they won one game with a score of 13-0. That is huge. The player who has scored the most World Cup goals is Brazilian player Marta, with an impressive total of 17 goals. 5 minutes is all it took Swiss player Fabienne Hum to score the fastest hat-trick, which is 3 goals. This was against Ecuador in 2015. Wowee, that is incredible. The youngest player to play in a World Cup is a Nigerian player who was just 16 years and 34 days old when she played in 1999. So, keep training kids, maybe you too can play in a World Cup one day. Okay, there are so many amazing women's footballers, but who are the best players in the world? It is hard to pick just a few, but there are definitely at least 2 that stand out. A queen among women's football players in the world is Barcelona and Spain's Alexia Putellas, winner of the Ballon d'Or Feminine, the best FIFA Women's Player, and the UEFA Women's Player of the Year awards in 2021 and 2022. Putellas is the leader of the Barcelona side and has also become the face of the club off the pitch since the amazing Lionel Messi left. And the other player that I just have to mention, well, have you ever heard of Sam Kerr? She won the PFA Players Player of the Year award in 2021-22 for her outstanding and consistent performances with Chelsea in England. And of course, Sam is Australian. She plays as a striker and has had one of the best seasons of her football career when she recently won the FA Cup League title as well as several Player of the Season awards. Sam Kerr is also the captain of Australia and also became the first and only female footballer to win Golden Boot awards in 3 different leagues on 3 different continents. She also became Australia's leading goal scorer in 2022 and made history by becoming the first woman to appear on the global cover of the FIFA video game alongside Kylian Mbappe. Yes, Sam Kerr is an absolute superstar. We are pretty proud to call her one of our own too. And if she scores, watch out for her famous backflip celebration. It's pretty impressive. So kids, I hope you've loved learning a bit about the FIFA Women's World Cup. It's coming up very soon and it's going to be awesome to watch. Now Aussie is currently training for a big charity event as we get closer to the Women's World Cup. And make sure you check out our website, aussieforkids.com, to find out all the details about how I plan to break not 1, but 2 official Guinness World Records in one day. And the second one, you can be part of it. We're going to raise lots of money for our charities in the process, so it's going to be awesome. And of course, make sure you're cheering as loud as you can for your team. Hopefully, it's the Matildas. We'll see you on another brand new Aussie episode this Sunday. Until then, happy Women's World Cup and stay keen. If you haven't already, make sure you get a grown-up to help you hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss out on any of the new and exciting videos that we put out. Speaking of new and exciting, if there's a video that you'd love to see Aussie do, make sure you send us a message on our socials, on Facebook or Instagram at Aussie for Kids. We'll see you again soon, kids. And until then, stay keen. Oh, and by the way, did you happen to find the hidden Aussie icon in that video? Yeah, make sure you look closely because they're in every single video. That's right. Stay keen, kids.
Aussie, 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 oi! Aussie is a friend of yours and he's a friend